We're just waiting any minute now for Jacque Callanen, and it looks like she is about to speak to media with a briefing on the latest numbers.
Yeah, we're going to be getting these updates throughout the night. We had our last one that was at 5 o'clock tonight. It's about to be 7:15. We should be also hearing our first glimpse of these early voting numbers. As you heard Hannah Tita say earlier, we're just going to get the early voting numbers right now, which at last check stood a little bit over 500,000, and then we'll be getting today's election day totals a little bit later in the evening. Let's take Jacque live.
I can't, with that truck there, it's really hard to hear, okay? But we have the results from early voting and by mail. And I want you all to help your viewers and listeners go to our website. We are posting, this is up already. So you can see the results, you can see the results of the races. And then starting somewhere about 8:30, we'll start posting election day. Maybe we can start at 8:15 because I am happy that we already had 51 sites closed. But remember, we have the most we've ever had, so we have 302. It's not like we're bringing in our normal 285. So we have extra sites and they will come in. And we just pray that our judges will have a relaxed closing. But I want you to understand, because we have such a long ballot, and we shared that the whole time, we have so many entities on our ballot that gathering the results in each of those DS200s takes a lot longer than anything we've seen for at least a year. So those tapes are going to take them a while. And as I said earlier, they have to print 2 tapes. And I know some of the candidates, they have their favorite boxes. So they may send people out to see what those results are. But we will post them online when the votes come in. And like we talked about it before, we have 5 sites that the judges will go to. So just watch our website. That will be continually updated for you. But it was a beautiful, successful day. Does anybody contradict that? You're all quiet. You're all quiet.
Pretty smooth sales for your last.
That's what it feels like. I'll talk to you when it's over. Like I said, for me personally, this is bittersweet. But again, for me, I think we talked about it before. If we get that final report and it says November 5th, boy, we will be doing a dance of joy. But I am afraid it's going to roll over to November 6th. So bear with us. They're ready to bring you in once the poll site here closes down. They had a few more voters as we came out, but it's been a successful day. I did hear that Johnston Library still had a long line. That was the only one I heard about.
Which one?
Johnston Library. It's done Sun Valley. It's on Sun Valley.
Sun Valley.
Yes. So they were the one that sent us a message to say they still had voters and they thought it was like 100. And I can't speak to anybody else because I was getting the results to come out here. So we'll go in, we'll keep you informed. I know once this closes down, you all will have the luxury of sitting in our break room, so I won't have to come so far to keep you up to date, okay?
What are the results? What do you think the
I'm sorry?
Give the numbers one more time. Whatever numbers you came out with.
The numbers today, at 7 o'clock, we have 146,021 people showing up at the polls. And you just heard me, that number will increase. And that gave us a 58% turnout. So again, I wanted 60. You always have your positive spin on it. But we'll be happy with this. Okay?
Where does that match up? Where does that match up with other years?
We were looking at 22 and 20. In 20, we had a 44% turnout. In 22, in the governors, we were at 68. So we're less than that one, but we far exceed the presidential. But we want you to remember that the 2020 election was during COVID. So we had many more people voting by mail. This number is only the in-person that happened today. Okay?
Jacque, just to clarify, people can already start finding results online.
Online, they've been posted.
Right
yes,
now.
ma'am.
Okay.
They're there.
Jacque,
Go to our website.
As far as how things have gone today, earlier you made comments about turning people away who hadn't updated their addresses, some minor technical issues that seem to be resolved relatively quickly. Anything else? How have things gone since the start of the day to now here, 7:20?
Like I said, we're very, very pleased. And yes, we did have a lot of people updating their addresses. We had hoped that would have been done ahead of time, but if they were in Bexar County and they changed addresses, they were all able to vote. They just had to fill out a statement of residence card so that we could update their address. So there was a little bit more paperwork that the judges had to do at all the sites today. So we'll find out how many. Thank you.
And behind you, I'm seeing that, you know, the line is not quite as long as it was before. Do you think that people will be finished voting here before 8 o'clock?
Oh yeah, they'll be done shortly. The line was magically shorter. And I felt badly because as we were walking over, people were coming up the ramp to vote. It was 7:15. And we were like, we're sorry the polls are closed. So there were some disappointed people here. And I understand that. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you inside.
Let me get the mic off you, Jacque, before you take off.
All right, you've been listening into a live press conference given by Jacque Callanen, the Bexar County Elections Administrator, where you heard her say, quote, "It was a beautiful, successful day." Out of the 302 polling sites around our county, 51 have closed. We do have still some voters in line in certain locations, especially Johnson Library, where she said there was a very long line tonight.
And Callanen also saying, giving latest numbers, because when we started this newscast, we gave about 117,000 people had voted. That's just in person today, but the newest numbers as of 7 o'clock is 146,021, and Callanen does expect that number to go up. As Easy's just mentioned, people are still in line right now at Johnston Library waiting to vote.
58% turnout, she said. 60% was the goal across the county, so almost there. A couple of notable things that she mentioned. She said that this was a very long ballot this time around, so gathering the results will take longer. So just be patient with us throughout the night as we try to bring you those updates. She also mentioned they're already posted online. Of course, they have them on their website. We too have them on our website, kens5.com. And she also getting a little emotional there. We're talking about it being her last election and how bittersweet it is for her. This will be her last election as Bexar County Elections Administrator.
Something that she has held for quite some time. But of course, those numbers still coming in. We will keep you updated right here as well. Meantime, we're going to move over